For some reason, people ask me to cover Brawl Stars news, so today we're going to make an attempt at that. What's going on, Jam fam, and welcome back to the gaming station. So yeah, like I said in the intro, for some reason, some people in streams and on Discord have asked me to cover some Brawl Stars news. So today, I'm going to go over a few things that caught my eye on Twitter and Reddit, but I didn't feel like they justified making an entire video on them. The first couple of things are going to be a little bit older, but I still want to talk about them, and then we'll get into the newer stuff that happened over the weekend. Alright, first thing's going to be about Knockout. This post is from Frank all the way back on May 6th, so some of the info may be a bit out of date, but Knockout was still having play rates that rivaled that of Brawl Balls, which is by far and away the most popular 3v3 mode for a very long time. And all of this is despite a lot of vocal diehards of the game saying that the maps were trash and the mode was unplayable because of those maps. So with that in mind, I won't be surprised if we see the mode being added permanent into the game in the next update or two. After all, if the worst thing about the mode is just the maps, that's a super easy fix for the team. All they gotta do is design maps with less choke points and a little more open, and I'm pretty sure they'll knock it out of the park with that. However, the one thing I will say is that I feel like the mode overlaps with Bounty quite a bit, and I feel like there should be a way to distinguish them a little bit more. As of right now, they both have very similar goals, just basically don't die and try to do as much damage as you possibly can. And I also don't think I'd like to see it in competitive, because I could totally see a meta where it's just super long-range brawlers, and every round just comes down to the percentage of damage that was dealt. It's just like a super long-range poke fest where nobody wants to die. Alright, next up, we got another old tweet from Frank. This one outlined the overrated and underrated picks for Power League. He specifically does say that the data is from Diamond 1 and higher, but he says that the lower ranking is very much the same. Anyway, Byron, Rico, and Sprout were his overrated brawlers, while Jackie, Crow, and Leon are his underrated brawlers. I personally don't mind his overrated list. Byron and Sprout both got hit with heavy nerfs the last round of balance changes, and Rico's a higher skill cap brawler, and he works well on many maps, so that's going to skew his numbers a little bit in that regard. The issue I see with this is his underrated list. Crow is really good. I have no arguments there saying that he's underrated. But Leon and Jackie have low play rates for a reason. Jackie really only works on select maps and modes, and is really niche in my opinion, and Leon is really bad in 3v3s, especially when you consider higher levels of play. I feel like this is something that our community manager is overlooking, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Okay, on to some more recent news. There were some debunked leaks about third star powers over the weekend. Ray released a video talking about it, but basically what happened was they were testing something out and it accidentally got into the live game. It's been corrected, and the players who actually purchased the star power were given compensation for the mistake. I thought about doing an entire video talking about like third star powers and what I'd like to see from them. If that's something you guys would be interested in, put it down in the comments. But personally, I don't think third star powers would be a really bad thing for the game. I think it would add a lot more variety to some of the brawlers. One of the first things that I would hope for, though, is that they would finish working on gadgets before they move on to the next thing. Because right now, there's still about a third of the roster that doesn't have their second gadgets yet, so I would like for them to finish giving everybody their second gadget before they move on to the next thing, like third star powers or something like that. Okay, next up, Bobby, the pro player from STMN, tweeted out that he would like to see a rework done to the gem spawns in Gem Grab, as he feels like the RNG of gem spawns makes some matches a lot less competitive. Frank replied with, maybe the Tooth Fairy has something in the works. Now, personally, I know I lost a few games due to bad gem spawns, but I never felt like it was a big issue and I thought that needed to be addressed or anything like that. But either way, we could possibly see a rework to Gem Grab, much like we saw in Siege with the Bolt spawns, so be aware for that. Okay, moving on from Twitter to Reddit. I had two posts catch my eye when I was looking to fill out the script a little bit. And they're both from the competitive subreddit because the main Reddit is just one big meme page and it's very rare that you see good posts there. The first one outlines good brawler combos. Things like Poco Double Tank and Bo Nani Cheese are good examples of those. There's a few other good suggestions in the post, so it's worth a quick read. And the other post is an outline of every brawler's hard counter. Not all of them are right, but I'm sure there's going to be a good argument down in the comments. So that's probably going to be some entertainment. Grab some popcorn and just read through the fights real quick. Links to both those posts are going to be down in the description if you want to check those out. And before we end this video, I just want to go over a few videos that came out on YouTube last week that I think people should check out, and things that you should be aware of coming to Brawl Stars in the near future. Okay, first video I want to mention is that Bobby posted a noob to pro guide over on his channel. It goes over some simple but very good tips that you should keep in mind while you're playing your game. I found the video really interesting, and there aren't a ton of guides out on YouTube, so check it out if you got a minute. Next up, I probably don't need to shout this out, but Kairos Time did a Nuzlocke in Brawl Stars over on his channel, and I found it wildly entertaining. I'm a big fan of Nuzlocke, so that already had me interested, and then the way he narrates and edits it is very good in my opinion. So it's worth a watch if you haven't checked that out. And I also want to share some love to smaller creators when I'm doing these. So my boy InShot Jay posted a Byron montage this weekend. Jay is one of my favorite small YouTubers with the way he uses his music and his editing style. I recommend everybody go check out his videos as soon as he puts them out. So go check out that Byron montage if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, things to be aware of. Squeak, the mutated dog drool, is coming out this weekend. I'll be trying to unbox him on stream on Saturday. I'm hoping it doesn't end up like another Byron situation for me. But for you guys, if you guys have any quests that you haven't done, try to get those done to maximize the amount of boxes you have. That way you theoretically have a higher chance of getting him, and there's a good chance that he's going to be really strong, so it's going to be easy trophies if you pull him early and are able to push him up pretty high. The last thing that I want to go over is Amber's new skin should be releasing the last week of the month. I actually forgot about this skin, and I feel like it's a little overpriced, but if you're interested in it, sit tight, it'll be here soon. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see me do more of these types of videos in the future. It's a bit different for me, but I figured I'd just give it a try. Also, if I do more of these, let me know where else I can get the news from. I mainly get it from Twitter right now, but if there's another site or somebody else I should follow, let me know down in the comments. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.